What's up guys, Technically Noob here, helping you understand tech, and in today's video I want to show you 5 battery saving tips for Android phones that actually make a difference. Now, when you buy your Android phone, there are a few features that come by default enabled, which while nice and convenient can actually be a drain on your battery. So if you're finding that your Android phone's battery just isn't lasting as long as you would like, or you just want to squeeze a little bit extra juice out of your phone, today's video is for you. So to get right into it, the first thing we need to do is disable 5G. Now don't worry, you're not going to lose a lot of speed. I will explain in just a second, but what you want to do is go into your phone setting, go to network and internet, tap SIMs, and then scroll down to where it says preferred network type. Now I already have LTE selected, but you're going to have 5G selected by default. So I want you to go ahead and select LTE. Now, like I said, don't worry, this won't actually slow down the speeds of your phone that much. And the reason for that is, without going into too much detail, there's 2 types of 5G. There's millimeter wave 5G and sub-6 5G. And millimeter wave is the really fast one. Those are the crazy 200-300 megabits per second download speeds that you've seen online or advertised to you, but they are not available in a lot of places in the world. And if you live outside of those states, or especially outside of America, you probably have sub-6 5G. And the difference between sub-6 5G and 4G or LTE is not that big. So if battery is a concern to you, I highly suggest you switch to LTE. You won't even notice a difference in speeds, but your battery will thank you. All right, guys, the second battery saving tip is to go back into your phone's settings, go to display, and scroll down to where you see smooth display. Now, again, I also have this disabled because it is a big battery drain, but this will be enabled on your phone by default. And what it does is it ups your refresh rate from 60 Hertz to 120 Hertz, which is really nice if you like that buttery smooth feeling of your phone. But the problem is it is a big battery hog. And the reason for that is that your phone will be refreshing the screen 120 times a second instead of just 60. So it definitely is a drain on the battery. And if you're not somebody who really cares about the smooth display, or maybe you don't really even notice it, I highly suggest you disable this, and this will definitely boost your battery. All right, the next tip is to go back into your display settings and go to screen timeout. Now, screen timeout, just like it sounds, will pretty much control how much time will pass until your phone shuts off and locks. Now, ideally, you're gonna make this as low as possible. I would keep it between 15 and 30 seconds. The only reason I had it for 5 minutes right there is for this video, because I don't want my screen shutting off every 15 seconds and me having to unlock my phone. But essentially, as soon as you put your phone down and you stop interacting with it, the less time that your screen is on, obviously the less battery is being used. So the higher you have this set, the longer your phone sits idled with the screen on, and the more it eats your battery. So I would suggest between 15 and 30 seconds. Just select which one works best for you. But there are certain cases where you might not be interacting with your phone, but you still want the screen to be off. Let's say maybe you're reading an article or some kind of cooking instructions online. What I would do in that case is set this to maybe 30 seconds. And then down here, you can see it says screen attention. And what this does is it will prevent your screen from turning off if you're looking at it. So your phone will actually use the front facing camera to see if you're looking at the phone directly, and it will keep your screen on even though you have the screen timeout set to this short duration. It will see that you're actually looking at the phone, and it will keep the screen on. So definitely a really useful feature, and these work really well together. So I definitely suggest you go ahead and enable these. All right, guys, battery saving tip number 4. This time we're going to go into our settings, and we're going to go to sound and vibrations. Scroll down to vibration and haptics, tap into here, and you're going to see 3 vibration settings. There's ring vibration, notification vibration, and touch feedback. This is up to your own preference, but I want to let you know that it actually does take more battery to vibrate your phone than it does to ring it. So if you're somebody who has your ringer on all the time and you can hear phone calls coming in or any notifications that you might get, I would highly suggest you disable the ring and notification vibration so that your phone doesn't ring and vibrate, because again, it does take more battery to vibrate your phone than it does to ring your phone. And if you're hearing the rings, you probably don't care about the vibration anyway, because you know there's a notification or a call coming in. When it comes to touch feedback, this is pretty much the haptics. So anytime you're interacting with your phone or typing on the keyboard, it will give you a little vibration feedback, which a lot of people really like. But if you're doing a lot of typing throughout the day, this is really going to eat out your battery because it's constantly vibrating all the time. So if you do like the haptics, I would at least try to lower it. But again, in an ideal scenario, you would completely disable all vibrations on your phone, and this is going to save you the most battery. All right, guys, the final battery saving tip is to go into your phone's settings, go again to display and enable adaptive brightness. Now, what this will do is actually allow the phone to control the brightness of the screen. So instead of having to go down into your notification shade and then adjusting this manually on your own, your phone will make those decisions for you. Now, the reason I think it's a good idea to enable this is because I find, at least for me personally, I usually tend to keep my brightness a lot higher than it needs to be, and I kind of just leave it there throughout the day. I don't go in here and change this as my, lighting conditions change, and I find that I just keep it a lot brighter than it needs to be, and that's slowly eating away at my battery. So I would say if you're somebody like me and you kind of just leave your brightness a little bit higher than it needs to be and you never really adjust it, I'd go ahead and enable this and your phone will kind of make the best decisions on its own, so you don't need to worry about it, and that should save you a little bit of battery over the day. All right, guys, so there you go. Those are my 5 battery saving tips for Android users. Again, I highly suggest you go through these because a lot of these are enabled by default and you might not even care about these features, or maybe you prioritize your battery life a little bit more than having a smooth display or that 5G connectivity. So go ahead and disable whichever of these features you really don't need, and you should definitely see an improvement in your phone's battery life. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for future videos to come, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.